Alright, so the next problem we have is the sales prediction problem, and it tells you a problem about a company that has the East Coast sales division, and this division is generating 65% of the total sales of that company. Now what we want to do is to write a program that will predict how much this division, the East Coast division, will generate if the total sales of that company is $8.3 million in that year. All right, and we would like to store this in a variable called sales EC. So again, I will go to the same project. I'm going to create another file for this new problem. I will call it sales prediction. And if I open this, we have the editor. Remove everything that is not necessary here. And here we can create our main method, public static void main, and here string and args. And here you can see that it's not organized, so I can do Control-Shift-I and Java is going to automatically indent that code for me. Alright, so here we have a couple of things. The first is that we have the total sales of that company, which is $8.3 million, and we have the company or the division, the East Coast division, percentage of total sales. So here we can store these two values. So for example, we can say, for example, here the sales percent East Coast is equal to 0.65. Now we are missing a couple of things. So what is that? The 0.65. 0.65 definitely is not an integer. So in this case, it's going to be a floating point. So we have a floating point here. Now the two data types, primitive data types that deal with this are the float and the double. And we know by default any floating point literal is treated as a double. So that has to be a double. And it's equal to 0.65 to represent the 65%. Now the second one is the $8.3 million. Now this we can represent also as a double, and we can say here we can say that this is like company total sales is equal to, and we can say this is 8.3 E6 for the $8.3 million. Of course, you could actually save this as an integer and say this is 8, 3, and then 5 zeros. That's also okay, but it's not an easy way to write numbers. Then once we have the sales percent EC and we have the company total sales, we would like to predict what is the sales of the East Coast company, division of that company. So in this case, we would like to store this in the sales EC, and then we can call this double sales EC. And we can define this here, declare it first, and then we can assign a value, or we can assign the value as we declare. So here we can do that is equal to the sales percentage of that division times the total sales of that company. So that is one way to represent this. And here we can, to make it useful, we can print this out as a nice message saying that the sales of the EC division is, and space plus, and then we can put the sales EC here, and do not forget the semicolon to not get a syntax error. Let's run this, and that would give us this output here. Void the sales of the EC division is this number. All right, now is that nice? Maybe we can format it. We can actually make something nice here. Put the $, compile, try to run again, and let's see if it will look better. Yeah, it looks better now. Now, can we format this number? Later on in this course, we will learn how to do that. So this is one approach to solve this problem.